We often spend years searching for stability and strength in the world around us. Yet, looking for internal peace in external objects is like trying to find north with a compass that never stops spinning. Swami Chidbhavanananda addresses this specific misdirection in his March 26th meditation text, titled The Place to Search. Our goal today is to translate this text into a life focus map, a practical framework designed to show you exactly where to direct your energy for specific results. To build this map, you will need a notebook. As we go through the text, I'll ask you to write down the framework as it emerges. Effort is a finite resource. Before we can find anything of value, we must first determine if we are looking in the correct location. Look at the first line of the meditation. The highlighted phrase, Ula dalam tedium, refers to the act of searching the whole world. Chidbhavanananda suggests that external seeking is often the primary source of our exhaustion. He uses the word delamude, meaning clear nectar. This is a metaphor for the ultimate truth or clarity the seeker is trying to find. The text provides a specific shift in orientation through the words ulatinkan, meaning within the heart or mind, and ulgak, which means to look inward. On your map, create a starting point called the search. Draw two paths coming from it, one leading to the external world, which we will cross out, and a glowing path leading inward. This initial step resets the search. It defines the internal world rather than the physical environment as the primary site for this investigation. However, the map is not purely spiritual. Chidbhavanananda establishes that different rewards are found in different territories, starting with the body. In this second line, the text addresses physical strength. The highlighted words bayirchiyum uraipum translate to practice and hard work. Strength is a physical result that requires a physical cause. To illustrate this, the text points to the Bailvangal, or wrestlers, who only achieve power through consistent manual labor. Let's add this to the map. Create a branch for the body. This path must pass through practice and labor to yield the result of strength. We then move to the intellectual domain. This territory requires a different kind of effort than the brute force used for the body. The third line focuses on knowledge. It uses the specific verb titikondedika, which means to continuously sharpen. Just as a blade is sharpened by friction, the text argues that the intellect only achieves delivuperum, or clarity, through the abrasive process of rigorous study and refinement. Add this second branch to your map, labeled intellect. This path leads through constant sharpening to arrive at clear knowledge. Each distinct domain has its own currency. The body responds to output and weight, while the mind responds to focus and refinement. One cannot do the work of the other. Finally, we reach the most sought-after state in the text, Pedamaidi, or supreme peace. This is distinct from having a strong body or a clever mind. The fourth line gives the instruction for this state. It tells the seeker to look ulethanule, deep within the heart. This explains why we often feel unfulfilled despite our achievements. If you are looking for peace in the body or intellect branches of your map, you are using the wrong tools for the job. The text calls this distinction takaratu seil, or the act of the wise. Wisdom is simply the ability to recognize which specific domain holds the reward you are seeking. Finish your map by drawing a central path for the inner self. This path bypasses the nodes for labor or sharpening and goes directly to an inward search to yield supreme peace. When we apply the wrong effort to a problem, such as using intellectual debate to solve a lack of inner peace, we create a mismatch. We struggle because we are demanding a spiritual result from a physical domain. To conclude, Swami Chidbhavananda cites a verse from Saint Sundarar to lock this framework into place. The quote says, "By what means do I think of you without forgetting? You placed yourself in my mind." Sundarar suggests that once the source of peace is correctly located and established within the mind, the searcher no longer has to struggle to remember it. It becomes a permanent fixture of their internal landscape. Muscles eventually lose their strength, and information eventually becomes outdated. However, this internal path, once mapped and practiced, provides a source of stability that is not dependent on external health or status. You now have the complete life focus map. Look at the 3 distinct pathways: body, intellect, and inner self. This is a diagnostic tool. Feeling restless or weak? Ask yourself, am I working in the branch that actually produces the result I need? Now that the map is complete, we will move from theory to practice. I invite you to stop drawing and spend 2 minutes following the central path, the inward search. As attention moves away from external distractions, notice how the turbulent motion of thought begins to settle, becoming as clear and unmoving as glass. A map is only useful if you use it to navigate. The real insight of Swami Chidbhavananda's teaching begins the moment you close your eyes and step into the territory.